What it do, bedtime crew? Hey man, listen, today I'm here to make a very important video. Obviously, the UFC just had an amazing fight night in front of a crowd with UFC Fight Night Cejudo versus Song, and the only way to follow that up is, listen kid, best we can do is a couple of Cody Brundish co-main event in the Apex, bro. You can't make this shit up, dude. The UFC loves the Apex, and we've been going to the Apex 250 plus events. I feel like we're almost at that point. So today I'm going to be talking about the Hall of Fame Apex Predators, the UFC Apex Hall of Fame. Today is the first induction ceremony of many legends of that fateful Las Vegas studio venue, whatever you want to call it. We all love the Apex, all right, man? Let's get into this. Let's talk about some real Hall of Famers. First guy that comes to mind when I think of the Apex, Neil Magny. Neil Magny, welcome to the Hall of Fame, my brother. Neil Magny is a certified Apex gatekeeper. This guy was literally spawned into the Apex, ranked number 12 at welterweight the day he was born. So many great memories for Neil Magny in the Apex, man. I mean, it almost brings a tear to my eye remembering UFC Fight Night Magny versus Lawler, that co-main event to wasn't that Anthony Smith Rakic? That was a great card, man. Neil Magny's had so many great memories in the Apex. He's won some, he's lost some. Along the way, he has become a certified UFC legend, and for that reason, we will be inducting Neil Magny into the Apex Hall of Fame, where he will spend the rest of his days fighting fucking number 37 in the rankings, dude. So, shout out to Neil Magny, okay? Next, dude, we got to talk about this guy's a sneaky kind of candidate for this, but I think he definitely belongs here. We got to put Big March in it, Marcin Tybura. He's a great fighter. I would have loved to fight him in the Apex, I fought Sergey Spivak, and I put a fucking bicarbonate soda in his drink. Listen, man, Marcin Tybura, he is an Apex legend. He beat Tai Tuivasa, obviously. This is his greatest achievement in the Apex, probably, is when he beat Tai Tuivasa when he was having the Taco Bell in the locker room. I can remember when he beat, I think he beat Romanov in the Apex. Pretty sure he beat fucking Greg Hardy in the Apex as well. A lot of great memories for Big Marcin. Man, legends are just being made in this Apex cryostasis generation chamber. And Marcin is one of the greatest heavyweight NPCs we've ever seen. He is one of the OGs that they spawned in at the Apex to fight in random main events. So you gotta fucking shout him out in this category. Now listen, man. Neil Magny, Marcin Tybura, these guys, yeah, dude. Yeah, they come to mind when you think of the Apex. This next guy, he's like the LeBron James of the Apex. Like, he is one of the GOATs of the Apex setting. Here's the fucking thing, you guys. I just got fucking shipped back to the Apex by fucking Drakus, you guys. Sean Strickland will forever be having his fucking jersey retired in the rafters of the UFC Apex. His jeans will be going up in the rafters. So many fucking main events for this guy in the Apex. He went on a full-blown UFC title run in that motherfucker. And honestly, I feel like we all kind of became fans of Sean Strickland. We are all Sean Strickland fans because of him in the Apex at those media days. All the same NPCs asking questions. Sean Strickland said, here's the fucking thing about China, you guys, right, dude? Listen, dude, I don't want to fucking get canceled, you guys, but listen, dude, back in the day, there was nothing quite like a 2021, you check YouTube and you see Sean Strickland Media Day. It's about 25 minutes long. You see bro talking about whatever political thing just happened, some random middleweight he's talking shit about in the thumbnail. You know that it's about to be a hood classic. So for that reason, we have to throw Sean Strickland on here. Honorable mention to his Scottie Pippen, Chris Curtis. He's not getting into the Hall of Fame, but he's definitely a little bit of an Apex, he's getting there. He's getting there. A couple more main events for Chris Curtis, a couple more big fights in the Apex. I think maybe we can consider talking to the committee about voting Chris Curtis into the Hall of Fame. But Sean Strickland, first ballot, one of the greats of the Apex. Let's give this man his flowers for all the jabs, teeps, and 5-round decisions that we've seen from this legend of the game, okay? Next guy we need to talk about. I didn't know this until I started doing research for this video, okay? Daniel Rodriguez is one of the most winning fighters in Apex history. I swear to God, I've seen this guy fight outside of the Apex once. And he was against Kelvin Blobstilum, dude. Other than that, D-Rod has been cryogenically frozen and spawned into the Apex every couple of months, man. This guy's fighting Tim Means. This guy's fighting fucking Alex Morono. This guy's fighting Mike Perry in the Apex. Did I say Tim Means? What about Laureano Staropoli? You remember him? A lot of great memories in the Apex for D-Rod. He is the definition of, like, 76 overall. Like, this guy's fighting all the fucking jobbers of the welterweight division. He's winning one, he's losing one. This guy got submitted by Neil Magny. So, that was a very important historical matchup for the Apex Legends. But we got to throw D-Rod on here. We got to give him a mention because he does have a lot of fucking fights in the Apex. And in kind of a short time as well. I remember he debuted in the UFC on short notice. And then he fought like 4 or 5 times in that year. So, yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to D-Rod. He's an underrated one that you probably didn't remember. Has had so many fights in the Apex. I almost want to do a video on just naming as many UFC jobbers that I can because I'm thinking of all these names as I'm making this video. Like I said, Laureano Staropoli, bro. What do you know about Spike Carlisle back in the day, dude? You know what I'm saying? What do you know about Julio Arce? I could keep going, but that Daniel Rodriguez, I would say he's the king of those kind of names that you go, oh yeah, I remember him from the Apex. That's D-Rod's legacy, okay? Next guy we need to talk about, this is another first ballot Hall of Fame main event quality superstar of the Apex. This guy's jersey, it's going up in those fucking rafters. He's still holding it down to this day. Jared Cannonier is never leaving the fucking Apex. This guy runs the Apex. Jared Cannonier, man. Main event after main event after main event after main event. When I need a 5-round fight where I go, Jesus Christ, man, this card is terrible. There is only one man that I call to go, well, you know what? The main event's not that bad. And it's Jared Killer Gorilla Cannonier. He's still doing it. He's still going out there in the Apex. He's fighting randoms. Gregory Rodriguez, Caio Baralho, fucking Sean Strickland. You know what I'm saying, dude? I can keep Marvin Vettori. This guy is running shit in the Apex. So I feel like there's definitely going to be a statue of Sean Strickland and Jared Cannonier outside of the Apex. You've got to put this guy in the Hall of Fame. I mean, listen, how do you not put this kid as the main event of UFC 400? Listen, kid, we're going to be moving that fight to the Apex. We're going to put Cody Brundage as the co-main. We're going to be putting Jared in the main event. How fucking comical is this actual shit, dude? There's no way we're going from this to genuinely Cody Brundage co-main. Like, what are you fucking talking about, man? You get Austin Lane on that main card, man. Real hardcores are going to be watching this, okay, dude? And speaking of which, we are all tuning in every time McKenzie Dern main events a fight night. Listen, bro. I know that a lot of people like to give me a bit of flack. Yo, Bedtime, why don't you talk about WMMA on the channel? Bedtime, why do you make fun of WMMA? Why don't you talk about it? You know what? You're right, man. We need to talk a lot more about WMMA because every time that I go, you know what, dude? I'm going to start doing fight night predictions again. You know, Song Yadong versus Henry Cejudo. I was going to make a video about it, and then the UFC 314, UFC 315 news came out, and that became my priority, and I just didn't get time to do it. I went 10-2. I'm the greatest predictor on YouTube. What can I say, right? Every time that I go, you know what, dude? I want to start doing prediction videos again. The UFC books a fucking McKenzie Dern Apex Fight Night main event, and I'm like, fuck this. What's the point? Like, genuinely, that is her legacy, bro. Every single time you go, you know what, dude? I'm gonna fucking watch these fight nights, bro. What's on next weekend? Boom. McKenzie Dern Apex main event. Now, I've enjoyed a couple of McKenzie Dern main events. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but at the same time, it's getting fucking ridiculous. In the words of DeMarcus Cousins, it's getting ridiculous. Okay? But you got to give it to her. She's in there every fucking month. She's fighting everybody in the division 3 times a year. McKenzie Dern is a Hall of Famer just based on time served and all her contributions to the sport. She is the definition of this can only fly being an Apex main event. And last thing I'm going to say, I will never fucking forget the day that Mark Zuckerberg rented out an entire Apex to watch McKenzie Dern versus Yan Xiaonan. I know what type of man you are, Zuck. I know what type of man you are. You got an Asian wife and you're sitting there renting out the fucking arena to watch Yan Xiaonan versus McKenzie Dern. Okay, buddy. You're just a real big WMMA fan, are you? Fucking hell, dude. McKenzie Dern, you can go into the Hall of Fame, all right? She's one that I feel was kind of like a diversity hire, I'm not going to lie. But this next one, this is going into the Legends wing. This is going into the posthumous, legends that we are no longer with us. One of the most important Hall of Fame entries. Jairzinho Biggie Boy. Oh my God, bro. It's like he's still here, man. It's like he's still here fighting blobs in the Apex, bro. I've still not recovered from the fact that they cut my boy, man. Jairzinho Rozenstruik. This dude's one of the best heavyweights in the world, man. He was having amazing main events. Volkov, Augusto Sakai. Come on, man. We all were watching that with bated breath. Who's gonna win? Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Augusto Sakai. Come on, dude. Who else did he fight, man? Shamil Gaziev. He gave us that. He gave us the good fighter, but little bit small guy. He gave us that legend, bro. The best that we could do for Jairzinho Rozenstruik. He dares to lose to Sergey Fridlovich, or whatever this kid's name is. This big Russian dude, whatever the kid's name is. He loses to Pavlovich, and he gets cut from the fucking sport. But Tai Tuivasa is literally DJ Khaled. He is nowhere near fight shape. The only shape he's in is in a fucking oval. And this guy's still in the UFC. What the fuck, man? What are we doing, dude? How the fuck does this make sense? How do you cut a certified Apex legend like Jairzinho Rozenstruik, who I've seen KO so many fucking blobs on random fight nights in Las Vegas? It makes no sense, dude. Jairzinho Rozenstruik needs to be brought back to the UFC because he is a Hall of Fame level Apex predator, and I will die on that hill, dude. Bring Jairzinho back. He's going into the Hall of Fame 110%, okay? Next guy, another legend of the game. He will be returning to the Apex very soon, exactly where he belongs. Marvin Vettori, we got to clap it up for Marvin. Dude, Marvin is a certified Apex Hall of Famer. This guy has been banished to the fucking Apex since he fought Israel Adesanya. I love the Apex because it's like you have one stinker on a main card of a pay-per-view, or you go on a big fight night in front of a crowd. If you perform bad, even if you win and you perform bad, bro, you are just automatically filed into the cabinet of like, yeah, we're gonna book this dude in the Apex. Like Neil Magny's never seeing a crowd again. Marcin Tybura, he's exactly the same. Sean Strickland, I feel he could definitely get that treatment. D-Rod, you're never seeing a fucking crowd again in your life. You're never seeing your family again, buddy. You're going to be fighting in the Apex for the rest of your life. McKenzie Dern, that's it. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, he was kind of getting out of the Apex treatment. Marvin Vettori is literally banished to the Apex. When I scroll down on this website, Apex, Drickus is here for some reason. Marvin Vettori is a fucking Apex gatekeeping Hall of Famer, bro. This is one of the greatest blockheads in UFC history. I'm going to be doing a video on UFC blockheads. Marvin Vettori, he's an Apex legend. Main event after main event. Like I said, he's coming back against Delidze for the love of the game. He's giving us the most UFC Apex fight you can think of. Like, when you think Apex main event, you think Vettori versus Delidze type shit. That's just a fact. So that speaks to the greatness or lack thereof of Marvin Vettori, So I got to give him his flowers. I got to give him his props. We will be throwing my boy into the Hall of Fame. I hope that he clutches up against Delidze, but I know that he's not going to. And he's going to be stuck here for the rest of his life. He's going to be fighting fucking GM3 and Edmund Shablazian and Andre Petrosky and fucking Brad Tavares in the Apex till the day that he retires. That's just a fact. So shout out to Marvin. I hope you're enjoying your time in Las Vegas, brother, because you're never leaving again. You will be wearing the default Venom kit. Next time I see you, I know that for a fact. You're going to be on media. How is that even a fucking question, bro? Yeah, I want a fucking rematch with Izzy, dude. Yeah, for sure, dude. We'll run the fucking rematch, dude. Bro is never getting a big fight again, all right? We've got 2 people left to talk about in the UFC Apex Hall of Fame. Obviously, there's plenty of people that I'm going to forget, but these are the top 10, in my opinion, that need to be recognized, have their jersey hung up in the rafters. They need to get that Hall of Fame ceremony immediately because of their contributions to the Apex, all right? This next guy, very underrated in this category. I think he kind of flies under the radar. Derrick Lewis. Why does he look AI generated in this photo? Derrick Lewis low-key be cooking up in the Apex, man. He beat Curtis Blades. He fluked Curtis Blades. We're not going to talk about it. He fluked Curtis Blades, okay? A lot of Derrick Lewis wins. Chris Dorcas, a.k.a. Marcin, what's this guy's name? Mick Porkin. That's literally going to be you, buddy. Mick Parkin's going to beat Marcin Tybura. He's going to get booked against Derrick Lewis in the Apex, and he will be getting slept. That's in the upcoming script, guys. I did get a peek at it. But Derrick Lewis has a lot of KOs in the Apex, a lot of wins in there. I only remember him losing to Sergey Spivak in the Apex. But other than that, I feel like this guy is low-key a bit of a demon when it comes to that tiny little octagon. I remember he threw his cup into the crowd as well. Probably hit fucking Dana White's bald head. What's the question? Yeah, I caught Derrick Lewis's cup to the face. Yeah, the kid. Yeah, whatever. What do you want me to say? Yeah, did it smell good? Yeah. Who here wants to smell Derrick Lewis's cup? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, dude. Yeah, it didn't smell good. But yeah, Derrick Lewis, man, this guy's had some great performances in the Apex. A lot of main events. That's another. He's kind of like what is with this fucking venue? Before I talk about the last guy, can I just say, what is with this venue, bro? The main events are this: middleweight versus unranked random person. 2 fat fucks going at it for 5 rounds. Why does it need to be 5 rounds? They literally don't train. Like, you think Derrick Lewis is in camp going, bro, I got to make sure I'm ready for round 4 and 5 against Chris Dorcas, dude. No. So why is this the main event that we're getting? So we're getting blob, fat walruses fighting each other. Women, no one cares. Middleweights against unranked people, no one gives a fuck, you know. Unless it's Big Joe Salty Piper. That's kind of cool, I guess. And the occasional, holy shit, this is actually a good fight. Like 1 in every 10. Other than that, it is literally just gatekeeper versus unranked guy. Women fighting, aka not a real main event. So Derrick Lewis definitely fits into that category. He's had a lot of main events, a lot of big moments in that legendary Apex arena. But there is one man that stands above all these guys, and yes, even above Sean Strickland, the Apex Predator himself. This man, I'm not being like hyperbolic. This is the Michael Jordan of the Apex. Kevin Holland, bro. There's just something about Kevin Holland when he steps into that Apex, bro. There's something about Kevin Holland when the lights are the least bright, bro. Like, there's something about this dude when nobody gives a fuck that he decides to lock in. When he's on your parlay, when he knows he's the favorite, when you're excited to watch him fight, you've got no chance of this guy performing well. When you throw this dude in the Apex against an unranked middleweight, sparks are flying. Superstar moments are taking place. Kevin Holland is literally unbeatable when he's fighting a fucking NPC in the Apex. This man put together one of the greatest runs of all time in 2020 in the UFC Apex. You gotta hang his jersey in the rafters. You gotta put his legendary numbers up in the banners, bro. 45-70. You gotta throw him up there, man. Kevin Holland is an Apex legend. This is my first wave of UFC Apex Hall of Famers. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who do you think belongs in this conversation? Did I miss anybody? Let me know down below, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for 68,000 subscribers, man. I really appreciate that, bro. And yeah, man, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye.